Brenda, nice to see you, and thank you for nearly 3 years in the memberships. You rock, my dear.
Chiefs draft, deep dive highlights. More on Monday Night Q&A.
Seems like he's getting a visit from the Chiefs and a bunch of other teams. Thank you for all you do. He's been under the radar for me. I mean, I'm a Georgia fan. My cousins are Georgia alums. Like, I watch more of their games than I should. What do you think?
So the thing about Georgia is that they never know how to use their players. They never develop them
anyway.
And they don't even on defense. They don't know how to develop them. So on offense, they don't know how to use them. On defense, they don't develop them. These guys go into the NFL as raw athletes, not really knowing a ton about how to play the position or what to do. Oscar Delp has a lot of untapped potential as an athlete and a route runner, but he's a block. He's explosive and he's a really good seam threat, but right now there's not enough in his game that is going to say like a second round pick. I think he's probably going to go in the third. I would prefer if the Chiefs waited until the fourth round and get a tight end, personally, based on their needs. Again, you may disagree with it. Tackle, defensive end, wide receiver, defensive tackle still. There's multiple needs that they have before they get to tight end, which is just unfortunately devalued from other positions that they absolutely need. So again, I have my own biases about who they should draft, when they should draft them. The good thing is that there are tons of day 3 tight ends that they will be able to target and get, not so much because the defensive ends are going to fly off the board, the tackles are going to fly off the board. They have to prioritize those.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fair. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate you, and thank you for all the months of being with us. Falconer, nice to see you. Does anyone draft Taylor Green as a quarterback? Could be a sneaky Kelsey successor. Just my hot take, not rage bait. I've said it. In fact, I just took him yesterday in a mock draft late on day 3, and I was like, you know what? If he can become a backup quarterback, great. If not, he's a Taysom Hill wannabe tight end conversion, whatever you want to call it. He's an athlete, and you can find a way to use him if nothing else. And if it's a day 3, especially a late day 3 acquisition, who cares?
At some point, the realization is going to hit him. He's just not a quarterback. He's just not. And that's okay. You are an athlete. Like Ryan said, we'll find use for you in the NFL. Think of him as the next Logan Thomas. Virginia Tech quarterback, was really, really good at Virginia Tech, got to the league, couldn't hack it, actually became a very viable tight end in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a great path for him. Thanks, Falconer. And thank you, Freak. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. I know it's late there. In fact, I have some friends coming over to see you. They're in the air now, actually, so they'll be on the ground shortly. Would you agree that a lot of people are overthinking 9? Let's face it, both top edges are probably gone. Let's take the best player available, regardless of the position, within reason. Am I wrong? I've seen too many arguments. I love Sonny Styles, and I used to be a build the linebacker level first because it'll cover your ass on a couple of things. I just can't do it anymore. It's just the fronts and the backs are too important these days to the way the game is played in the NFL today. I can't go running back and I can't go linebacker.
Interesting. If Sonny Styles was there at 9, I'd be running the table. I'd be running. I do not care. I think he is a top 3 player in this draft. I really do.
I agree. I agree with you.
And but that's the thing is I don't care about that. I think he makes your front and your back end better. I think he does.
I agree.
And
I just don't. I think they can't do it because even the DTs, but especially the edges, the corners, and now even the safeties. But it comes to that second contract, you are costing yourself millions by investing in the linebacker as a top 10 pick.
I would say I understand that, but I think with them having 4 picks in the first 74, you can afford to go linebacker if he's there at 9. I believe it because of the depth of the corners, because of the depth of the defensive ends, and because of the depth of the wide receivers. Now, if this is a different draft, we could have that conversation. But he is one of the blue chip players in this draft. I don't think you should be bashful. I don't think you should be risking him going somewhere else. If he's there at 9, you take him because he is a blue chipper in my mind.
I agree with you. He is absolutely elite in this class. He and his running mate are probably the best 2 prospects, period. And if it turns out to be
best player, so like it's just
okay. So you even have I don't see him at that elite level, but that's fine. So there's going to be an Ohio State guy at the top of the list, no matter what, from one of us. But the other thing is you're right. He does make both better. It's how much impact can that have in Kansas City with Bolton under contract. I mean, because if it's me, you draft Sonny Styles and Stu Tranquil, we almost got to cut you, dude. And I know you just took a contract restructure. You're now the third linebacker.
You don't have to do that. You just put him at the yeah, exactly. You put him in the Leo Chanel role. That's what you do. You say you took the pay cut. You're not going to be here next year. You know it, and you're going to play this role. This is how you fit the team. And then 2 years from now, you move on from Nick Bolton, and you have Sonny Styles as your middle linebacker.
It works for me, and yeah. I was a linebacker in college. I understand that is my favorite role. That's what that and fullback, folks. You can guess what I played. But it comes down to this: if you go Sonny Styles at 9, you cannot pick a 29. You have got to get up, and you have got to get an edge rusher in that second tier or the third tier. For me, the second tier is only Parker and Messidor, and after that, it comes down to like Derek Moore, Zion Young. Like it starts to fade a little bit.
I think
so for me,
fair.
there's 5 edges in this class. You have to go get one of them. Okay. Thanks, Freak. Appreciate you. I hope we gave you enough time there. Big show. If you got Bain and Bailey at 9, they won't. I don't think they'll go Bailey.
No,
it just isn't a fit. Is it Boston or Concepcion at 29? Neither of them probably. I prefer Boston. I don't think Concepcion's a first player. Do you?
Well, again, we're talking about 29 because these are second round grades from us anyway.
Yeah.
So again, winning in man coverage is the thing that the Chiefs should be looking at the most. And Concepcion is the best winner in man coverage among any of these receivers. Any of them. He's the best separator. He just is. Now he's got some concentration drops. He's a little bit smaller, but the concentration drops don't concern me because it's not a technique issue. It's a concentration issue. Like that's something that when I'm watching wide receivers is something you have to understand. For me, I don't care so much about concentration drops. I care about technique-based drops. He doesn't have technique-based drops.
Okay, fair enough. Ian, I hope you're good, bud. I feel like they should possibly double up at CB in this class. Absolutely. Maybe even 3. Screw it. One outside, one inside. What's some good slot options?
All right, you guys have come to the right spot. I have given grades on 30 plus corners in this class, and a couple of them have gone back, so I haven't gotten to be able to do all that. So that's on them. That's on me. That's not my fault. I have reports on them too, which pissed me off. But a couple of guys that I think will be successful. Chandler Rivers out of Duke is one of my favorite players. I think he's not just a nickel. Yeah, he's like my guy. I've been talking about Chandler Rivers for the entire year. I think he's going to be good. I think also D'Angelo Pons is going to play on the nickel as well at 5'8.5". You're just going to play on the nickel like you're just going to. We talked about Avion Terrell. He's going to play a little bit of both. You see here, Traden Stukes out of Arizona. We talked about him early on in the show. He is a nickel/safety, so he can solve 2 problems at once. Dalen Everett out of Georgia might actually be a better nickel than he is outside corner. Really good athlete. Like exceptional athlete, explosive. What?
Does he ride heavy, ride high in his pedal, or is it just me?
A little bit. I think he's got really good footwork though. Like he
inside, it makes me nervous. I'm just saying. He just looks so damn high.
We'll just cover it up with a little bit of Keith Abney out of Arizona State, guy who played predominantly on the outside for them. He's going to be a nickel in the NFL, in my opinion. Also, Jaden Kennedy out of Oregon, another guy who's going to play probably nickel/safety. Excellent instinct. So those are some slot guys right now that I have like all top 1 and day 1 and day 2 grades on now.
Where do you see my Texas guy?
Muhammad, I have a second round grade on him, but I see him on the outside.
Do you really? Okay, because I'm happy moving him inside. He looks to me more like the convertible guy like McDuffie was.
I think you can, but I think his traits on the outside are just too good. I wouldn't want to keep him out there.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. What determines? Thank you, Ian and Shiznit. What determines if a corner is a nickel or if he goes outside? Does height have anything to do with it? Dan will tell you his answer, but I'm just going to tell you this. The only thing that matters in being a nickel to me is your lateral agility to get in and out of cuts, because that's the advantage that the slot wide receivers have.
That and your mirroring ability. If you can anticipate route movements and route combinations, you're going to be elite in the nickel. And that's something that is really difficult to do, right? If you can anticipate route combinations, movements, if you're really good in the film room, you see how these half-field reads work or these 2-man route combinations work, you can anticipate route movements. But you have to, specifically in today's NFL, you have to be able to come down and tackle. You have to, because they're going to run at you if you're a nickel. They're going to run the ball. You have to be willing to come down and play defense. So it's not necessarily a size thing, but smaller guys are better mirrors. They're better in that lateral agility. The guys that are 6'2", 6'3", don't play in the nickel because they don't have that lateral skill set.
And can't get her ass down.
No, they can't.
Gotta get down. The three things: you need to be instinctual at the safety spot, you need to be physical at the corner spot, and you need to have lateral agility at the nickel spot. That's how you win. That is the way to defend. Thanks, Shiznit. Ian, I just like saying your name, pal. I always see the name Daryl Jackson Jr. at DT. What can you tell me about him as a player, and would he be a good pick? He is overestimated, is the best thing that I can say about him.
I don't know much about him because I have not watched very many defense tackles.
I turned the film off in the second game. I had seen enough. He is
better athlete than a player.
Not even that, just so up and down. I was not happy. Day 3 guy for me, fifth-ish. I'll tell you the guy that people are just starting to come around on. He's my number 6 right now, and I still want to go back and do another game because it's hard to find Iowa State film. But it's the kid from Kansas City, Dominique Orange.
Yeah.
He's at DT 6 for me right now, and he may jump up into the top 5.